Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here, enjoying Paris and this crazy conference. Hope you're not as tired as me. So today we're here to talk about a subject we all know well in crypto, scams. And I will take this remote, will be useful. And we'll talk it through an example through NFTs. So first question for the audience, who here owns an NFT of any kind on any chain? Yeah, good. The good audience. And let me ask you, how much time do you spend in due diligence before you're able to buy a single one to be sure this one is not a scam? Us, we know a lot. We come from the gaming ecosystem where we built with some people of the team before the game Space of Genesis. It's on the Bitcoin chain. It's a pretty old game, actually, the first game with blockchain assets ever. It was in 2015, so on Bitcoin because Ether was not live anymore. And we raised 900 Bitcoin at that time to create this project. And during the bull run with the Bored Apes, the project was funded back by NFT archaeologists. And the market cap skyrocketed like unexpectedly to more than $400 million of total market cap. And one nice thing happened is that on OpenSea, it's almost impossible to find a single asset which is not a scam. Completely mad. So we started to have huge problems with our players being targeted by scammers every day, and we spent our days to answer emails about people complaining. And that's just not possible. And you're supposed to be protected. And let's take OpenSea as an example. You have this nice blue check mark on OpenSea that is here to protect you. Yeah, you have the good one. This is the good Bored Ape, etc. But if you look into it, if you're not a Bored Ape or a moonbird, it's really, really hard to get this badge. Officially, you cannot request it if you don't have at least 75 ETH of volume on your collection, which is more than $100,000. So all of the small collections, new artists releasing collections, as soon as they start to have a bit of volume, the scammers, they come. They duplicate the collections. They put 2 spaces instead of 1 in the collection name, generate fake volumes, put some listing a bit under the floor, and they scam your users. And it's a catastrophe because when you do that, like the artists, they onboard new people from the Web2 space. People still like, oh yeah, NFTs, it's shady stuff. It's for Justin Bieber and company. I don't know, but I trust this artist. They buy something, they get scammed. So we cannot fight back and get the Web3 out there, which is basically the future of digital property, because of this kind of systems. Moreover, there is no guarantee with this kind of badges. If you look at the terms and conditions, and it's not just on OpenSea, you will always see that you have to do your own research and it comes without any guarantee. Because these guys are financial intermediaries. So if they validate a project strongly and the guys leave with the money, that happened a few times already, they can get sued. So it's a risk they cannot take. And they don't share their work between marketplaces. Every team works in their silo, validating the same collections. That just doesn't scale. We are living a transition now between the physical property title and the digital property title, which is the same as the paper mail towards the email, digital mail. You saw what happened with all the spammers. Like we had to tools ourselves completely differently. It's impossible today to use a mailing system without a spam filter. You will get like completely crowded under scammers. And it's just the same thing that is happening now with digital property. As soon as you have some traction, you will be the target of this kind of systems. And it's a crazy market. Tokenized assets, in 6 years, it's a $16 trillion market. It's completely crazy, and nothing scales yet to cover this. And here comes Wakweli. Wakweli, it's Swahili. It means the people who tell the truth. It's a protocol we are building since 2 years, which is now live. And it's a universal certification system where you can request this kind of badge of authenticity for any collection of NFTs, but also any real-world assets, even if it's not tokenized. We use an asset pointing mechanism to associate the assets to these certificates. And the certificate is powered by the community. Anyone can request a certificate on anything and will be validated by the community. And how we do that? We did that by creating a new consensus method called proof of democracy, which creates a global incentive to tell the truth. How does it work? It's simple. You have to lock some tokens, some Waku. It's a token of trust in every certificate, in every validation. And if you play against the system, you will lose some stake because you will get slashed by other people of the community. And why are we here today? That's a good question. It's because that's coming soon to you as a parachain. We are building our backend on Substrate, and we just joined the Builders program, met all the people in Copenhagen, preparing the space to get this parachain slot around the end of the year to power this protocol. Right now, the protocol is not on-chain. We refine the game theory to prepare for this. So, like I told you a bit about how it works, but basically, you want to get a certificate for your collection, you stake some value in your request. It can be any value you want. It depends on the level of trust you need. You can lock $10 value, $100 value, tens of thousands of dollars of value, depends on the level of trust you want and the level of verification you need. If you stake $1,000, for instance, it will be attributed in a decentralized way to a certifier on the network, which, if it deems your case legit, will also have to stake $1,000. 500 for his personal stake and 500 from all of his electors. So he puts his reputation at risk. All this value will get locked in the certificate and generate rewards over time. It will take a few months in this scenario for the validator to get positive in terms of token from what he put in it. Meanwhile, the community is here and can issue some challenge request, which will be validated by another certifier on the network. And if that is validated, the tokens are released, the certificate is slashed. And this is how we create this general incentive to tell the truth. And the most important point is that it scales, because we don't validate the validators, us, as Wakweli. It's the game theory behind the protocol which validates it. It means that we can put tens of thousands of people from the community as a validator, and they will be competent for it. Because if you don't have the skill to validate a given certificate request, you will take too much risk from your personal stake and from the reputation you have from your electors by certifying requests. So this is the protocol of certification of the future that scales. We took this screenshot because it's supposed to be a tech stage, so not going into full details in here, but in the prototype we built for the parachain, we have all the operations of our new consensus method, the proof of democracy, that run in an atomic way. So basically, if you want to become a judge, you execute the extrinsics, become judge with the stake, with your Domaton skills. Then you will have to be matched by electors staking with your certifier ID. Automatically, you will get some judge power on the network. And when someone uses the function request certificate, your request will automatically be attributed to a judge on the network based on the judge power and the current certificate allocation. Work in progress, but we're really curious to have your take on it. So we welcome now everyone to join us. The alpha is live. Like I told you, it's still centralized. We have 4 chains integrated now, but we are chain agnostic, so we plan to add tons of them, all of them, even real-world assets in the near future. Just we plan it with appropriate community measures to onboard people from every chain where we launch. Right now, we have Ether, Polygon with an official partnership. We have Counterparty, which is Bitcoin, where we come from with the cards I showed you at the beginning. And Solana, which is a strategic partnership at this moment. We will soon integrate all of the others. So we welcome you, if that resonates with you and you want to be part of this community, to join the early adopters. If you're an artist, if you have an NFT collections, to come and certify your collections, come on the Discord to join like the debates. We are creating like some debates around, for instance, fan art. What about NFTs for fan art that take back the IP of some comic books, etc.? Do we want in the future to keep on like throwing everything in the garbage can as soon as the brand notices that it exists and it has some traction? Or do we want to create a new system where brands can give their opinion on a new IP that is created, maybe take a small cut of their revenues and create a thriving ecosystem? That's the kind of debate that are going right now on Discord. And another big news is that we structured ourselves, we are in Switzerland, the project is in Geneva, to open some token allocations for community members that are here early in the same conditions as our institutional contributors that are here since the beginning. So It's for a limited time only. The announce is here in the summer, so tons of way to join here. Là, this is wakweli.com. Everything is on the website. We are around here if you'd like to discuss a bit more with us and join us to finally create this secure Web3 ecosystem for the future to be able to thrive. Thank you.